EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run for Gibbs here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Now a toss left for Pacheco. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When you look at this defense, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Gibbs straight ahead, and they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run here with Pacheco. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Goff now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Even some of the most tenured quarterbacks make mistakes, but I don't think we have to worry about his confidence. He's been through just about everything during his career, so I'm sure he'll flush this and be ready to come back out and make up for his mistake on the next possession.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And
not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Goff. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And that's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Goff going to shift him around. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Then you look up and you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try to keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. all signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Out of the gun, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Pacheco gets it up the gut. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Again, it's Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. They toss it to Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. Bates' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
At the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And here comes Dortch on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Back at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.